All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. Guys, I have a review for you. That is right. And so let's get started by saying hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powdered Toast Man and Log and TV and Choo Choo. And let's get rolling on the KnivesFAST channel. If you are not subscribed, please check out the KnivesFAST channel. Hit that subscribe and that notification bell. Stick around and have a blast. Now, this knife comes by way of a super loyal viewer, Andrew Hobbert. Andrew is an awesome dude. Sorry for the, there we go. Now we got the lighting right. Andrew is an awesome dude who has been a big part of this channel for a long time. And Andrew often sends me knives to check out, and I am very, very grateful for that. Now, Andrew doesn't hold back. This is a really new knife. This is the Arcane Pretheon, and I am very excited because not only are these still available on Arcane Design's website, but there's also a budget version of this, a more budget friendly. Okay, so it's not budget, but for example, this one right here in my hand is $365, but don't turn away because there is a $200 option of this knife. So very excited. Now, this particular one is in gray titanium. And then you've got Ratliff Noble here. Hold on, let me put this on the bright setting. So as you can see, your inlay on this particular one is the Ratliff Noble. So you get that charge, that glow, really cool. And it's like a carbon fiber, so it still gives you a really cool pattern. Even when it's not glowing, as you can see. You do have really awesome chamfering all the way around. You have a very interesting pocket clip. We'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. Not too bad. Sticks up. This inlay sticks up, but that's by design. And you can get other inlays. So I believe these can be taken out. Again, I haven't done that because this is not my knife. So I obviously do not take apart other people's knives. Just not going to do that. And so really, really cool, really well done. Now, as you can see, it's a front flipper. You have thick jimping here for your thumb, but you have jimping here that is closer together for the front flipper. And then you have this crazy blade with this wicked swedge. Really, really neat. You do have a back spacer. And what I like, guys, is you have a pocket clip that I believe is titanium, yeah. And it is looped over like this, so all I have to do is take this screw out, flip it around, put it in the slots on the other side, tighten the screw, and you have a reversible clip, as you can see. See it coming all the way through there. Very, very cool. So I really, really dig that. Now, let's give it a thumb flick here. And there goes my... And guys, somebody pointed out that it's Ren and Stimpy and everybody that are kind of messing with my focus. So if I try to hold it in front of them, it usually works out. So that's what's happening, is they're screwing with me. I don't like to put it on manual focus because I move the knife back and forth. And so, yeah, it messes everything up. But, all right, we're going to thumb open it right off the bat. And, guys, this is my favorite Arcane design. Now, I saw... Shoot, I can't remember what the one was Andrew sent me before. Andrew, you'll have to say down in the description. But he sent me one with a very more aggressive blade. But this one is my style. You have a drop point. Now, you still are aggressive here. You got a crazy looking, really awesome swedge there. Look at that, how it catches the light. You do have a flat grind here with this really cool satin finish. You got the Arcane logo right there on the blade, and over here you have another logo, but I'm not positive what that one is. And I meant to ask Andrew and I forgot. Now, what's cool is you got a thumb stub, but you also have a fuller. Now, you ask, Casey, can you open it with that? And the answer is absolutely so. And you can even get into that and thumb flick it. You are going to come, and thumb open it. You are going to come in contact with the studs as well, but that works out nicely. And yes, I can front flip it. It's not a problem. It definitely grabs you. Man, that focus thing is going to drive me nuts. I got to figure out a way around this, guys. Ren and Stimpy are just driving me nuts back there sometimes, but you can grab a hold of that very easily, and the action is unbelievable. So very, very nicely done. Again, the angular, chamfering and contouring is really cool. It's kind of his thing, and so it just gives it this really cool vibe, if you will, even though you're dealing with a very traditional blade shape of that beautiful, beautiful drop point that you see. So let's get a little, I thought I had a bigger piece sitting here, but I don't. So let's get this little piece of cardboard out and show you guys effortless cutting. This thing is magnificent. Wow, unless you pull out of the cut like a dummy. But very, very, very nicely done by Arcane Design. Now, let's go ahead and do everyone's favorite part of a KnivesFAST review, which is your Ontario Rat 1 comparison and your Ontario Rat 2 comparison. And I am sorry, guys, I don't know what I did wrong with the lighting today, but it is really bugging me. All right, so you can see the Rat 2 is about the same size. The Rat 1 is quite a bit larger. That's very interesting because I actually like this knife a lot, even though you guys know I don't care for smaller knives. Now, here's why. When you grab this, you get a 4-finger grip. Come on. You get a 4-finger grip here. My hand is all the way to the end. You get a 4, but you get locked in by this finger choil here in the handle. And then the handle actually contours back. Now, what that does is two things. Number one, it gives you a very nice grip on the knife because of this. That knife is not coming out of your hand. Very nice. Very, very well done. But it also kind of tilts the knife a little bit. Now, that might be a little harder to kind of get that tip down in cuts, but you've got this grip to do that or this grip to do that. But it does. It feels really, really nice in the hand. Now, lockup, no blade play, no lock rock whatsoever. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, it is a liner lock, and you see there your access. That's pretty much one of my 2 complaints on this knife. Man, guys, I'm very sorry. That the lock bar access is not quite what I would like it to be. You kind of have to dig down a little bit. I wish there was a little more. I understand why designers do it. It's so the show side looks beautiful and everything because, when you have a knife, let's just take the pinion, and you cut a hunk out of that show side to give better lock bar access, it doesn't look quite as clean because you got that shiny silver down there. And I get why designers do it. But to me, function is way more important than form. And I don't know. That's just why I do it the way I do. So wish there was a little more. Again, lockup is really nicely done. I would call it about 20 there. It does drop like crazy, as you can see. It is a dropper, just really, really nice. And the detent, yeah, very nice on the break of the detent. And what I like best is it's tuned for either or. Either, the front, the middle finger flick, or the thumb studs, or, wow, that's neat, or the front flip, all work very, very nicely. Now, let's talk about some of the details and specs of this knife. Now, detail-wise, this particular one is still available, and it's $365. Now, like I said, there is a budget version that is black G10 with a JG10 insert, or JG10 with a black G10 insert, and those are S35, and they're $200. So very, very nicely done, Israel. I like that. Blade length is 3.25. The closed length is 4 inches. The overall length is 7.3. The blade material on this one is 20 CV, 0.13 blade stock. So a little thicker than some. And by the way, I meant to mention, this is my second nitpick. By the way, the clip doesn't really bother me. I feel it, but it's not a hot spot. I didn't mention that. You definitely feel it, but it's not a hot spot for me. This jimping here is not my favorite. It is just too aggressive for me. I wish it was just a little more rounded off or a little closer together, one of the two. And again, I said it was a nitpick. And that's exactly what it is. So the blade grind is flat, drop point. It is titanium. The handle thickness is 0.5. And again, cage ball bearings and 3.5 ounces. Now, there are extra inlays available for these. And again, like I said, the S35 G10 version is $200. So you can't hardly beat that with a stick. Israel has done a fantastic job. He is such a nice dude. Really, really is. And speaking of nice dudes, Andrew, thank you so much for sending this one along, my friend. I really, really appreciate your friendship and your assistance with the channel. And that's exactly what it is, man. Andrew's like giving me the assist. You know, I'm the guy going up for the layup, and Andrew's the point guard throwing me to pass. So, and I probably got blocked by somebody else, like Kevin came in and just swatted at it or something. I don't know. Terrible scenario. I don't like it. But anyway, there you go, guys. This is a longer video. I don't know what I'm doing these days. I just talk too much, I guess. But give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for your support and for watching the video. Give me your comment down below, and thanks for watching the KnivesFAST channel.